What the hell is this cursed thing? Hello everybody, how's goes your Tuesday? Welcome back for day 6 of the New Game Plus stream. Apologies for yesterday. I got caught up in doing a couple things around the house, but it kind of wound up being a blessing in disguise because a couple minutes before I sat back down at the computer, internet went out for about an hour and a half. So, yeah, that happened. Annoyingly enough. But, like I said, it kind of wound up being a blessing in a way. So if you see the stream was an hour and a half and you're watching a VOD, that's why. In kind of a way, it was kind of a decent stopping point anyway. Literally did what was in the title of yesterday's stream, which was the Nodum. And today, we have formulated a plan to storm Doma Castle, take out the Viceroy, Yatsuyu, and free Doma. So let us... I hear the hopping. You know, I see the hopping. And I'm going to give this Namazu 10 seconds to walk away before I go kill its brethren. That's right outside this cave. Uh-huh. That was good. But, yeah, stream died yesterday due to internet ISP issues. Came back up in an hour. Didn't really feel like kicking on the stream again. Just said, you know, what the heck with it. And then I did like 2 more BA runs. One was a clear, one was basically a meme group, and we're just like, fuck it, let's just do it. Got to see Absolute Virtue and Rage, so that was neat. But anyways. Hold on a sec. Just give me a moment. You did that. I didn't do it. So that's where those sprouts are at. Kill the uncultured Namazu all you like, I don't care. They're still your brethren, they're still your relatives. So yeah, I think left off yesterday, formulating the plan. He put his stamp of approval, and now we're here. There's no sources of task which must needs be completed before we can launch our attack. If you have a moment, perhaps you could lend a hand. As said, I have only just returned. It would be better for you to speak with Alpha No and find out how much you might be of service. Trying to keep busy. Full glad am I to hear it. There is one task which comes to mind. As I explained during my briefing, Alize and I will need to infiltrate the moon gates to disable the Magitech field generators. Though I pride myself on my knowledge of various subjects, I must confess I lack confidence in my knowledge of this particular one, which is why I turned to an expert. I have been conversing with Sid via Tataru, attempting to ascertain the design of the generators based on unlimited intelligence. Most recently, he sent a parcel with some documents which he believes may be of use. I would like for you to go to Kugane and bring the mech here. In the meantime, I will continue to work with our shinobi allies to plot a path into the gates. Safe travels, Linkus, and thank you again. To Kugane. Also knock the AC down, I'd agree, because it is not turning on. I never got that. Hold on, detour. Wait, changing jobs cancels your sprint? Today I learned. Oh damn, I kinda need it back because that looks like a sprint jump. Unless there's a way you hop on one of these houses. I think even with a sprint jump you can't do this. Okay, I stand corrected. Yes, the Tataru outfit change. Linkus, what are you doing here? I thought you were all fighting nomads in the Azim Steppe. Oh, you beat them. Good show. A shame I didn't get to see it. Alphano has been keeping me apprised of the situation at Doma. I may not be any good in a physical fight, but in an paperwork fight, I'm the true Han. Yeah! You're here for the parcel Sid sent, right? Wait a moment, and it will be right out. Getting bullied in his own building. You arrived not long ago. A porter delivered it to our offices, along with various other knickknacks from Eorzea. Sid regrets that he couldn't come here in person. Apparently his hunt for the dragon and Omega demands his full attention, you see. Still, he was reasonably confident that the documents he provided would be enough for Alphano to do the work himself. So as soon as that parcel gets here, we can open it up and see what's inside. Pardon my interruption, but the parcel in question, was it the one you placed on the shelf in the back for safekeeping? I believe so, yes. Why do you ask? Well, you see, on closer inspection, said parcel appears to have been addressed to the Sekizugumi barracks. Now it does indeed bulge with a quantity of paper reminiscent of a rather large Instruction manual. The lingering scent of lilac leads me to conclude it is, in fact, a sizable collection of love letters. What? Impossible! That porter was carrying a parcel addressed to us. I saw the writing with my own eyes. Oh, I do not doubt that in the least. However, as he was tasked with a number of deliveries, I can only presume that he handed you another parcel by mistake. You know, this is a disaster. We have to find that porter right this instant. My, she can move quickly when she has a mind to do so. So quickly she neglected to take the love letters with her. They too must be redirected to their rightful recipient. They should also aid you in tracking down the right porter. They keep records of their delivery and so forth after all. The man in question was of middling height and build, not unlike myself. Black hair, short, terribly helpful in Kagane, I know. A cheery sort, wearing bright colors as I recall. I will send a few of my men out to search, but in the meantime, why don't you take the parcel and see if you can't track him down yourself. I will wait here on the off chance he realizes his mistake and returns. Yakuza district. I don't remember where the hell this guy is. Good evening to you, sir, but I have no time to chat. I have to head to the Baccario. Or was it the Holstery? No time. Have this love letter. I recognize that parcel. I delivered it to the Ruby Bazaar not long ago. What of it? It's the wrong one. Yeah? A mistake? For the Sekisagumi, you say? You're right. How stupid of me. Fortunately, I have yet to visit the barracks. This is for you, yes? I will take the other in exchange. Sorry? I'm sorry I couldn't find him. I guess we just have to hope he realizes his mistake and returns soon. That's it! That's the parcel! You found him! Though knowing our luck, put the wrong papers in here. Nope, this is it. These are the documents detailing the operation of the Magitech field generator Alpha requested. I can only imagine what would have happened had we sent Linkus back to Doma with a parcel full of love letters. The look on Alpha's face when he reads the first page. On second thought, I'm a little disappointed we didn't. Everyone's working so hard to fight for Doma's freedom, and here I am making the same silly mistakes. It won't happen again, Linkus, and I'll keep working hard to bring you and the others useful information. If we hear anything new, we'll contact you straight away. Oh, and you may be pleased to hear that we have broken an arrangement between the company and the Confederacy. They require armaments we provide, discreetly, and at a reasonable price. I'm sure Lord Lorito was pleased to hear it. Indeed he was, indeed he was. Well, it seems our time together is at an end. Give Alphino and Alize my regards, would you? am I doing running? Just poor. Apparently when I was away, Fractales, if I say your name right, thank you for the follow. If you're still here, how you doing? Apologies, I missed that. I am pro streamer, I recognize things. Nobody says anything different. Oh! Seems like just yesterday you were here. Please proceed apace. You had the documents. I was gone for like maybe an hour Eorzean time. Excellent. This looks to be exactly what we need. Assuming our shinobi escort can see us safely inside the moon gates, I should have no trouble deactivating the barrier. Good, good. Yeah, excuse me. There's one less thing to worry about. Should you wish for further employment, mayhap you could speak with Alice. I believe she was planning to search the surrounding area for Imperial patrols. If you go now, you may be able to catch her before she departs. Alphino told you about my plans, and you wish to come with me? Well, far be it from me to refuse you. If truth be told, I'm not entirely sure what I expect to find. In the wake of your failed assassination attempt, the Imperials demonstrated uncharacteristic restraint. There were no public executions, and not a single village was put to the torch. But, as I mentioned earlier, our latest intelligence does suggest the purge is imminent. For all we know, they could be out in the field even as we speak, surveilling their targets and making plans. If so, we need to put a stop to it. Let us begin our search in the north. Do I see anything of note? She says. All quiet for now. Follow me to the next location. Do I roll decent on perception again? No Imperial patrols near our headquarters then. Good. That's the last thing we need is a repeat of Ralgo's reach. Even so, it would be prudent to search for a little longer. Apparently she killed a tiger. Not exactly the enemy I was worried about. Damn it all. I can't just leave this carcass lying in the middle of the road. We've gotten pretty good. Next to you, I feel like a child playing a swords and sorcery, though mayhap it suits me better than books. I owe much to a Mitoke. I'm trying to remember how you say it. Mitoke? I met on my travels. He was a master of these techniques and kindly agreed to teach me the fundamentals. But I never could warm the common rapiers. I vastly preferred using a blade of my own creation, despite the toll it took on me. Uriange's gift was a godsend, to be honest. Anyways, we're falling behind. We should split up and try to recoup some lost time. We've heard rumors of Imperial soldiers skulking about disguised as villagers. One was supposedly spotted near the ribbons to the south of here. Go and see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Hard confirming Alize met with the Red Mage trainer, and that's how she became a Red Mage. Hello there, young man. My associates and I are in search of fertile soil for farming, and this land caught our eye. Yeah, right. You doubt my words. You suspect we have some other purpose in coming here. How vexing it is to be questioned in this manner. Very well. He desires the truth, and he shall have it. Deal with him. Do you really think you had a chance when I cut your buddy down before you even aggroed? Come on. I saw them attack you, and while this one fled, since you seem to have everything in hand, I decided to capture him. An Imperial, I presume? Yeah, I believe so. I knew it would come to this, but at the hands of a Westerner, a Doman would at least know the rights. You think you understand, but you do not. She will burn it all before she surrenders. She will never kneel again, nor should she. I guess. Rest assured, then Neri will receive due compensation. Young Asahi has great potential, that much is plain. If he applies himself, he may one day be granted the opportunity to go to Galamald and learn of some of the leading authorities in the field of magitech. Few citizens will afford such treatment, however, much less people of the provinces. You will need to do more. Oh, of course! I have no doubt that we shall. My husband and I only want the best Imperial education for our boy. I finished planting the rice, Mother. Not while the officer is here, Yasuyu. Inside, now! Yes, Mother. You did not mention that you had a daughter. My sister's, not mine. Kami rest her soul. She is utterly hopeless. One cannot choose one's family. Indeed. She is of age to receive an education as well, is she not? Yet we have no records. I trust I need not remind you of your legal obligations. No, of course not. But she is weak and sickly. Some days she has not the strength to leave her bed. So, a thought occurs to me. Mayhap we can come to an understanding? That was a near thing. happened? We were talking, and then all of a sudden you were somewhere else. Did one of the soldiers hit you on the head or something? No, I saw Yatsuyu's origin story. Well, if you say so, we should go and tell the others what happened here. So that dude was the first person to conscript Yatsuyu and make her do who knows what. Thank you. You didn't have to come with me, but you did, and for that I am grateful. I told the others of our encounter with the disguised soldiers. Though we disposed of the bodies, it is only a matter of time before their comrades note their absence. As if we needed any more reason to act quickly. Are you sure you're alright, by the way? You've been awfully quiet since we returned. Well, technically, when have I ever spoken? I'd tell you to rest and leave the rest of the... I'd tell you to rest and leave the rest of the others, but seeing as that isn't in your nature... Lise returned but a moment ago, looking a bit worried. It would seem that trouble is afoot in the mine. You may as well go ask her about it. As for me, I will not impose upon you any further. Where are you at, Lise? We barely got enough armor as it is, huh? Lise? Oh, you're here to help. That's a relief. I've been trying to help the villagers in the mine get ready for the operation, but we've run into a few problems. You remember how we're supposed to stir up trouble as a diversion, right? Well, the thing is, we don't have enough armor to go around. I thought the Dome and Liberation Front would be able to furnish us with some, but it seems that's not the case. I was about to go and tell Issei. Why don't you come too? Yeah, just go this way. Too far. We'll have to come up with a solution somehow. Oh, you're here too. I heard about those soldiers you and Alice encountered. I'm glad you're all right. Right then. Issei, we have gathered up all the rope we could find in the village. And every tool with an edge, but it's still not enough. Even a hoe would suffice, but there are no more to spare. Thank you. Shigusa Ryosen could use a hand if there is nothing else. As for more tools, I may have some in my home. Go and search it. Take whatever meets your needs. I've made knife rice balls for everyone, including some special ones for Lady Yukiri. Can I go and give them to her? You silly little girl, of course you can. Hurry, you'll never know when she'll have to leave on a secret mission. Sorry about that. Everyone's been trying to contribute since Lord Ian returned. There's so much to worry about. You're doing well, you say. Though I have to ask, have you had any luck finding more armor? Unfortunately, no. Unlike weapons, there are no substitutes for proper protection. It's not as though we need full suits of Imperial plate, but we're not soldiers. If we attack without any equipment, we'll be slaughtered. The Doman Liberation Front doesn't have any armor to spare. Suppose we could ask Hancock, but there's no telling how long it would take for him to send us supplies. Do you have an armor in the village, or anyone with some skill to fashion armor? There is one man, a craftsman who led the Enclave. He is experienced and may be able to help. I don't know if I could persuade him to, though. Maybe you two could come with me. His name is Suranki, and he lives in Kusakari in the south. Come with me. Who are these starry-eyed youths who stand before me? One who sings of rebellion? Of liberation? Surely they would not think to trouble me with such foolish dreams. Go and say what you will, but do not take offense if I die from laughter. Say again? You would have me fashion armor for villages who wish to fight Imperial regulars? Mad fools charging boldly to meet their deaths. Bring me steel, and I shall give them shells to shield their soft bellies. Yes, plates of steel, all that you can carry, the better to shield them from blade and bullet. If only it was so simple, Master Suranuki. Steel plates are not so easily procured. Blind, deaf, and dumb you are, boy. We are awash in broken steel. Magitech, great cylinders come crashing to the earth from on high. Shatter them to bits with my explosives. They will not fail you, for I made them to kill Imperials. Bring me my steel, and you will have your armor. Well, it's not like we know any other armorers who can help. At least we get to blow things up. You got a point. Turns out it takes a minute to pack up armor plating. Or at least a big chunk of it. And the big boy. the many plates of steel I demanded? Show me. You are committed to your cause, dressing villagers as soldiers and marching off to war. Stupid, stupid fools. Doma is dead and so are our people. Lord Cayenne, Lord Hien, all dead. Their blood is on our hands. Well, Hien's alive. 'Twas Lord Cayenne who saved us, who spared us the worst when the Garleans came. Every shred of pride and honor he cast aside, without a second thought, all to win their trust, all to serve as their puppet, restored to his throne years later, a paper tiger. Such shame he must have felt, but no matter. He would suffer it for his people. A life as slaves is better than none at all, he believed, but not us. After my lady died, we began to whisper in his ears dreams of freedom and liberation. We pushed him to take action, if only a little. 10 years of preparation, of machinations. So careful we would be, and yet... Doma burned for our foolishness, not for that of Lord Cayenne. Monza and the Enclave, they were raised for our sins. We murdered them all, don't you see? We murdered you all! You're wrong, Master. We are still here. We are still alive. Lord Cayenne too lives on, in our hearts, and in his son, for Lord Hien has returned. Lord Hien? Alive? It cannot be. You lie. You lie! No, he's back. It's the truth. Hien came back to Doma to fight for her, to help her fight for freedom. Could it be? My Lord Hien yet lives. Oh. Bands of steel to bind the chest and belly. Yes, yes! I must heat the forge and begin work at once. 10? 100? How many do you need? All that and more you shall have. Even after 25 years of oppression, they still have it in them to stand up and fight. We just have to show them the way forward. Issei and I will stay and help Suranuki finish the armor, so you've no need to wait around. Why not go back to the House of the Fierce? I'm sure there's plenty of work left to be done. Ask about and see what you can find. And before they all tell me, no, we're good. Everything is in order, sir. Under Lord Gosetsu's sage tutelage, we grow stronger by the day. Help? Oh, no. I will not impose upon you without cause. Rest assured that everything is in place, and everything is fine. I require no assistance, comrade. Lord Hien's instructions to me were quite clear, but he'd only transcribed them for the benefit of our Zeta allies. Speaking of Lord Hien, if you are eager to be of service, mayhap you could seek him out. Keep an eye on him, perchance, should he decide to venture outside. Let me guess. Someone asked you to act as my protector. Ha! To hear them mutter, one would think I intended to stride up to the castle gates on my own. The truth, of course, is rather less dramatic. I had hoped to look on the castle one last time before the battle. Would you care to join me? You would be setting a lot of fretful minds at rest. Yeah, let's go. Very good. Then let us depart from Monzin at once. Okay. it is. With a blown out bridge, of course. Or well, let us go. Before we get walled. Pretty far. Monzin was home to many great and powerful families, men of honor, samurai. Once, great swaths were razed and people put to the sword. What little remains stand as a testament to what was, and what will never be again. Come, I will take a closer look. I don't even want to try to pronounce this thing. Magatsu Kiyofusa. No sentries, at least of the living sort. Those shambling suits of armor could run the place. To think this was once a bustling street, so full of life. A river of people with a current all its own. But even then the Imperials walked among us. Sometimes openly, sometimes discreetly, but we were always aware of their presence, and we were complicit. He did what he had to preserve the peace, to keep our people safe, but at what cost? Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for such dark musings, though they did serve to remind me of the barracks which once stood west of here, where there may yet be weapons our comrades could use. If you would head down that street, past those makeshift barricades, you will come to the ruins. I will search elsewhere. Meet me at the water's edge when you have finished. Someone's doing their fate. Sorry, no interest in doing your fate. This is awkward. Oh, there they are. Alas, I have found naught of value. Did you? I found a katana. Still sheathed in its scabbard. Though even shielded from the elements, it will need to be cleaned and oiled. I recognize the crest. It belonged to the son of a samurai I trained with when I was young. He never even had the chance to draw it. There she is, Doma Castle, my home. They let us keep her for a time, though before gradually moving their forces across from Fluminense. Now her every court and corridor belongs to Yasuyu. Though father spent much of his time there, I did not. I may have only visited him there on half a dozen occasions, if that. I cannot remember. But I remember the view from the keep. Doma seemed much smaller from there. You could hold it in your hands. Well, Monzon at least. Doma is so much more than that. There, beyond the moon gates, unto the shores of the Ruby Sea, and here, in the places that no man can see, or touch, or take from you. We carry her with us, wheresoever we go. Not the land or the soil, but the story. And what is life if not a story? A story of our journey from dawn to dusk, day after day after day. A story of our mothers and our fathers, our families and our friends, our peoples and our nations. I think a part of me understood that when I looked out from the keep. Hien, son of Kayan, another caretaker of the story of Doma. It was a fine castle, truly, with an even finer view, but in the end, in the end, Kami, strike me down. How could I be so blind? We must return to the House of Fierce at once. I have had what can only be described as a revelation. Ours is an excellent plan, but not so excellent that it cannot be improved, and I know how. Oh? Second thought, Linkus, I ask that you return to the House of the Fierce without me, and tell Alfredo and the others to call the others together for a meeting. It is imperative that the Kojin emissary be in attendance as well. I shall join you anon. Alright. He has a plan. I will say that's one hell of a wall too. Lord Hien wishes to discuss the details of our plan. Very well, if he insists. I shall summon the others at once. As for the Kojin, I believe one of their emissaries is already en route. Nevertheless, I shall contact them to make certain.
May I present the Blue Kojin's emissary?
Greetings and well met, old friends. The Elder sends his regards.
Soroban, it's good to have you with us.
Of course it would be Soroban.
If, you might humor me. Thank you for coming, Soroban. Doubtless you have already been informed of our plans and the role we would have your people play. However, I seek your counsel as a Kojin of the Blue. Be it by spell or siegecraft, could your forces destroy the underwater foundations of Doma Castle's outer wall?
Explosives coupled with a few incantations. Yes, that might produce sufficient force. Such a thing could indeed be done.
Then I wish to revise the plan. Instead of assisting the Confederacy in securing the Enclave, I would have the Kojin advance upstream, beneath the water, and breach a segment of the outer wall. I mean to flood Doma Castle.
My lord, the castle is a sacred symbol. the very heart of our nation. To destroy it is unthinkable, unconscionable. You cannot do this.
I can and I will if it improves our chances. By flooding the castle, we remove the better part of their forces from the field and force Yotsuyu to retreat to the highest levels of the keep. Tell me that is not a worthwhile trade.
But my lord, that castle was entrusted to you by your father, and his father before him. I say to you again, it is the heart of our nation.
Stone walls do not a nation make, my friend. Her people do. And as long as we yet live, we can rebuild. So let us only think of this battle, of victory here and now. For without that, we have no future.
I see that you are resolved, Lord Hian, and I would not presume to gainsay your decision.
I will inform the Elder of your revised strategy and instruct our sappers to make ready.
Our preparations are all but complete. Once we receive word from our Kojin allies, we shall set our plans in motion. We shall fight, and we shall prevail.
Destroy the castle to take out a decent chunk of their forces. Knowing full well that you fully intend to take it back and then rebuild it. I like it. No plan is perfect, and there's ever room for improvement. I expect my comrades will be refining their approach until the moment they begin. In case you are unaware, the other Jonin will lead the assault on the Moo Gates, not I. My place is at Lord Hian's side. If there's nothing else, I'll head back to the Mai. Suranuki's working hard, and he says doing what he can to help, but maybe there's more that I can do too. He was like a different person when he began hammering those plates. Younger, brighter, full of life and hope. Plan is set, and all that can be done has been done. Rest and relaxation are not paramount, for tomorrow we may die. Have you two not done enough? Will you not pause a moment to gather yourself on the eve of our grand design? Go not unto battle with weary eyes or lingering regrets, my friend. Soroban informs me that his sappers will be ready within a day, which means that we can proceed as planned and attack Doma Castle tomorrow. Considering the key role you will play, I think it only prudent that you refrain from further labels and rest until tomorrow. Agreed? Far be it from me to refuse. We shall speak again in the morning. Take care, my friend.
You're awake. I was just, well, they threw me out, actually. Told me I needed to get some sleep. Ready for the big day. Not long now, eh? I'm nervous, of course, but I also feel like I didn't know where I was going, but maybe, finally, something's gonna change, you know? Really, really change. And when the dust has settled, we'll see what we've won, and what we've lost. I'm going to give it my all tomorrow. Everything I've seen and felt, I won't let it be for nothing. Right, off to bed. Don't want to overdo it, and neither should you. Oh, but before you sleep, you should look in on Elfino and Alize. Quietly, of course.
Ha! Another restless soul. Come, come. Raise a glass to freedom.
That's how you enjoy a night before a battle.
Good. Good. I should be interested to know his thoughts on the matter.
Drink a ton of sake right before the fight.
Ah, that's enough, Gosetsu. You'll not convince anyone with your drunken ramblings. We've talked about this, all of us. We are flooding the castle tomorrow, and that's the end of it.
I know. I accepted your decision, and I do not intend to go back on my word. Nevertheless, as the battle draws near, I cannot help but recall our many travails, and it fair compels me to speak. In all my time serving as a leader of men, there are two failures which haunt me to this day. The first, a defeat at the hands of the Empire 25 years past, and the subsequent imprisonment of your father. Long did I consider offering up my life in atonement, until Lord Kyan, allowed at last to receive visitors, called for me, of all people, for my unborn child, he said. For my dearest Shun, live. My second failure, of course, was the betrayal of that self-same command. When in the rebellion I failed to protect not only Lord Kyan, but Lord Hien too. That I yet live, having known such disgrace, is an affront to the Kami themselves. Yet you, all of you, saw fit to grant this shameful creature, this failure, another chance to serve a greater purpose. Thank you for pitying an old fool.
Now, it is far too soon for that. Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair. Ah, even that sounds morose. We who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. He is right about one thing, though. We have you and yours to thank for this chance. All debts will be repaid. On that you have my word. But first we must live past tomorrow, no?
Yeah, fair.
If you've no intention of sleeping, Ugiri, you may as well join us.
Forgive me, my lord. I did not mean to... if that is your will.
I think that is where I'll do my first break of the day. Get up, stretch the legs, grab some water. Hopefully not lose internet this time. Yeah, I'll be right back, folks. Implore you all to do the same. To get up, get some munchies, get some drink, water, pop, beverage, whatever you want. Be right back, folks. Hopefully I come back to internet. And see you folks soon. Alright, folks, we're back. If you took a break, I hope you guys had a good one as well. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Ugh. I was gonna do the thing. Gotta clear off some notifications before I get back into it, so enjoy this close-up of a sprite. I think that's all notifications on my Discord. Alright, back into the game. The die is cast. There he is. I trust you are none the worse for wear after last night. We received confirmation from the Kojin not long ago. The sappers stand at the ready and await our signal. Let us not keep them and the others waiting. Gather your things. We depart at once. Alpha note. Instruct Lise and the others to move into position and launch their attack. Our scouts report no change in the Imperial's disposition, but I would leave nothing to chance. We must act quickly lest we lose the element of surprise. Understood. I will relay your orders to her and rejoin my unit. Gosetsu and Yugiri await the two of you at Monza. Good luck, my friends. I will see you both again soon. I actually like the idea of doing it at nighttime anyway. Hitting them under cover of darkness, even though there's probably a hell of a full moon. Well, no, about a half moon. I have dreamed of this day, a chance for freedom, for liberation, for redemption, after 25 years of regret. These will contact us once the attack has begun, after which the others will carry out their allotted tasks. Our part comes last. And now we wait.
Understood. Wish us luck. Right. You all know what you have to do. I Are you ready?
Oh, yes. Ready to show them what a good job they made of breaking us.
Then what are you waiting for? Move out!
Why must we waste our time guarding this blasted... Hmm?
The archer leading the charge?
Sound the alarm! Fluminous is under attack! Armed insurgents have breached the perimeter! We need reinforcements!
Bonk.
This is Lee's. Imperial forces converging on our position. Looks like we've got their attention. We'll be sure to keep them busy for as long as we can.
Lisa started her part. Off go the Zayla.
Ah, war! To wield power, to make men kneel before you. There is no better feeling. A pity I must share this pleasure with a feral dog of a Dothal.
Preening, Oronir. You fear that you will put the sun in shade. Those are for you. Go, claim your prey.
Hey, a twofer.
Come to me! Come to your death! With each that falls, my soul soars higher!
Swiftly, brothers! Fall not behind! Make an offering of their steel to Father Azim!
They seem to be enjoying themselves.
My lord, the barrier!
That it should fall so soon! Truly, our allies seem determined to surpass each other.
The Magitech field is down. I repeat, the Magitech field is down. Confederate vessels, you are clear to advance upon the Enclave.
There they are.
The wall is breached. The Kojin too will not be outdone.
Our allies have set the stage. Now we must take the castle. With me!
My lady, the riverside wall has been breached. The lower levels are already flooded and the water is still rising.
So I gathered. He would tear the whole thing down, all for the promise of freedom. A noble sacrifice, or the last desperate flailings of a fool. Speaking of which, how fares my brute?
The procedure was carried out as instructed by Lord Owless. By all indications, it was a success.
Is that so? Then he may yet be of some use. Devotees of vengeance should rightly pursue their cause unto the bitter end, don't you think? Their hearts aflame with passion until the last few embers fizzle and fade, leaving naught but ash. The Viceroy's orders were clear. If Doma falls, none shall be spared his wrath. Tell the men to fight as if their lives depend on it. Because they do.
As you command, my lady.
Again they come to make you kneel, to make you grovel and suffer. But you have endured their worst and survived. You know their tricks. They will not find a flower simply waiting to be plucked.
It is done. The water surges through the broken masonry and floods the castle even as we speak. And my heart breaks at the sight of it. I must be strong. All is for the sake of Doma. The Confederacy report that they have secured the Enclave. We need not fear for the civilian safety. Aye, there could be no doubt. The Viceroy is trapped, and so comes our part. Our Kojin allies will deliver us to our destination, to the Western Dock, and do not forget to bring your fellow adventurers, Linkus. Wait, that respawned again already. To see this castle thus defaced and by our own hands is enough to make me smile or laugh at the sheer absurdity of it. This is not the end, but it is an ending soon. Soon I will be free. When I led the Doman refugees to Eorzea, I did so only with the intention of seeking sanctuary. The thought of enlisting you and yours to aid us in another rebellion did not once cross my mind. Yet here we stand, shoulder to shoulder, ready to strike at the heart of the occupation. It has been and ever will be an honor, Linkus. I can only imagine the chaos inside the castle. To be trapped by the rising waters and know the enemy is at their gates. They will fight us with every ounce of their strength, as will we them, for the eyes of history are upon us. Greetings and well met, my friends. Climb aboard, climb aboard. There isn't room enough for you all. Linkus, that we might improve our odds of success, we will divide into two parties upon arrival, one comprising you and your adventurer comrades, the other Gosetsu, Yigiri, and myself. Each will enter the keep via a separate route, dispatching any Imperial forces that attempt to bar their path. Even should one meet with misfortune, the other will reach Yatsuyu. Agreed? Agreed? Then let's be about it. For Doma! I do not want Chocobo race. Not Kugane Castle. Doma Castle. Although this one is pretty damn fun. To win a war, one must be willing to do whatever is required, even if it means sacrificing the very thing one set out to reclaim. And thus did Lord Hien declare that Doma Castle should be flooded, to eliminate the greater portion of the Imperial garrison and trap Yatsuyu within the keep. Your allies have set the stage, and now you must play your part, as well as the wandering adventurers, with whom you have recruited to fight for Doma's liberation. The fate of a nation shall be declared this day. Marshal your forces and venture into the flooded fortress. See if we can get some folks. Oops. What do we have here? I guess we're gonna 3Q it, looks like. We got a full group. Yes, we do. All right, here we go. I keep thinking that's nothing else. We gotta have this in this. Woo! Harder than I thought. That's a lot longer than I thought it was. Skitty. Oh, that didn't work. Thankfully, you didn't need to. I thought that was host. It just lets him go because he wants us. Until it is done.
We go together! Die! 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 We go together!
He's been hurt. Down goes name days.
Have you aught to say for yourself? For what you have done to our people? Your people?
My people, he says. The precious lordling beloved by all, come to confront the wicked witch. My parents taught me no better. They worked me from dawn to dusk like an ox or an ass or some other beast of burden. Until, that is, my brother spied a chance to transform the family fortunes. And so I was married to a vicious old drunk, who beat me as he pleased. And when I pleaded for help, I was told to grin and bear it. For the family, for him, for everyone's sake. They pretended not to notice, but they knew. They knew. What did it matter? I was nothing to them. Less than nothing. I wasn't of their flesh. I wasn't a fellow Domon. I wasn't even a person. I might just as well have been dead.
One sec.
And then my husband passed away one day. And so I was sold off yet again to pay his debts. But this time, I found a way to live for myself. To survive. as a spy for the Empire. Oh, those were the days when the scales first fell from my eyes. No longer would I be a slave to my parents or my husband or the pleasure house. I would be free and receive due compensation. That would be enough, I thought. Until I saw a doorman in the road, beaten and broken. And my heart skipped a beat. Lying at my feet, groaning in agony, sobbing in despair. Powerless, helpless, hopeless. A vision forever seared into my soul. Oh! There was nothing I would not do to feel that joy again. To bend this cruel, twisted world to my whims. Now, having borne witness to my life's work, have you aught to say to me? "'Twas kind of you to lend me your ear, my lord. But now it is time for us to conclude our little tete-a-tete with a final game of chance. Who shall stand, and who shall fall? Let the die be cast."
This was her plan from the first, to bring the keep down on our heads!
I will remember your words. We must flee. Order our forces to withdraw.
Go, my lord! While you still can! I cannot hold it forever!
No! We will not leave you behind!
Do your duty! Deliver Lord Hien and the others to safety! Now! Forthwith! I shall manage on my own!
No one leaves. Not you or anyone else.
"'Tis naught this old frame cannot bear. Go now, all of you! The day is won, and the morrow beckons.
Thanks, buddy.
Nay, thank you for granting me new purpose and a measure of peace.
Gosetsu. You never failed us. Not once. You served my father faithfully, and I'm a better man for your guidance. And the Doma we built together shall be better for it too. Be proud, my friend. Be proud.
I am, Shun. More than you know.
Hien! Hien!
You cast the die. Gambling was never my vice.
How merciful the gods that I should find you in time. Kasetsu? We must turn back now before it is too late.
About that. Well, I mean, yeah, about that.
Eyes forward, Cyrano. That was his wish.
I will deliver you to safety. The others are waiting.
He was right. The day is won. The people must know. What happened in there? Where's Kasetsu? Tell me it was not for nothing. Victory is ours, is it not? Then why are you all so quiet? I see. Thank you. The occupation is ended then, and the people must be informed of our victory. But I will not simply give up Gosetsu for lost. Before aught else, we must needs search the ruins. Allow me, my friends. The castle is still collapsing into the river and could easily drag you to your deaths. I could navigate the water easily without fear of drowning. Be reasonable, brother. You know he is right. Well, technically the three of us could too, but... Thinkers, a word if I may. My lord withdraws into himself, unable to turn his thoughts from the keep. He needs us now, more than ever. My friends, I am returned. I swam as far into the ruins as I could. And? Did you find him? Nay, lady. Naught remained of the keep for me to search. Undermined from below and shaken from above, the manner of its collapse was most unusual. If the floor beneath him gave way before the rest, it is not impossible that he could have been sent tumbling into the river. But the water is thick with silt and debris. Despite my best efforts, I could not find him. I am sorry. There is naught for which you should apologize. Thank you, Soraban, for taking it upon yourself to search. The castle is in ruins, and the people are eager to learn the fate of the nation. We leave at once. Are you sure, my lord? The day is won, and the morrow beckons. It falls to us to greet it. I'm going down to the docks to see if I can't get one of the Confederate ships to take us to the Enclave. Mayhap we should tell the others at the House of the Fierce to gather there. Magni and Sadu know naught of what happened in the castle. I will go tell them. They fought valiantly with their honor in Serena. I pray you tell them that as well. You too, my friend, were instrumental in this triumph. I must insist that you be present when we bring these tidings to my people. I cannot accompany you to the Enclave. Magni and Sadu will expect me to deliver the news of our victory to them in person. You have witnessed the destruction wrought by the Empire, but nowhere is it more apparent than the Enclave. Whether you could have seen it as it was. I wish I knew what to say, but I've never had my brother's way with words. It's what he would have wanted? I'm sorry, this is not helping. Our Confederate allies have already set about ferrying the others to the Dome and Enclave. By the time we arrive, all should be present and waiting. My brothers of the Blue have called for me, but we shall speak again soon. I was about to say I think someone's getting ready to raid, but you all look like shite. The captain thought you might need a ride to the Enclave. Ready to come aboard? Let's go. On you go then. Sit wherever you like. I don't know what happened in there, but it's over. You won. That's cause enough for celebration. And those people you're about to see need something to celebrate.
We brought everyone here. You were the last to arrive.
I see. Thank you. We owe the Confederacy a great debt.
I have waited 25 years for this moment. You owe us naught.
Look! It's Lord Hien!
Lord Hien!
It's him! He lives! He lives!
Some few words of encouragement would not go amiss, my lord.
Right. Yes, of course.
You're the Lord, remember? Stand tall.
Forgive me. This is rather more daunting than I had anticipated. But you are right. I must be strong. Wish me luck. We are a sorry lot, are we not? Tired, dirty, stinking of blood and sweat and ash. A people pushed to the point of breaking. And yet, we won. The perseverance to endure decades of oppression. The will to carry on the legacy of those we have lost. These were the bonds that held us together and gave us the strength to reclaim our home. After 25 hard years, the shadow of the Empire no longer darkens these lands, and we may at last look forward to the dawning of a new day. But, my friends, it will be a day of work. So I ask you, have you yet the strength to stand? To rise up with me once more, here and now, and begin to rebuild our homeland?
Lord Hien!
Doma! Doma!
This will not end with Doma. We will see to that, right, Lise?
Right.
Indeed, this is but the beginning. The tide is turning, and it shall soon bear us back across the seas and onward and to the next battlefield.
You, the man who came to set us free. Of course. You must have had a hand in this. My thanks to you. It was not for naught. It was not for naught. I want to shout and scream until my throat is hoarse. I want my fallen brothers and sisters to know that it was not in vain. 'Twas a year ago my Lord Cayenne died, and with him the dream of Doma. Never again would we be free, I thought. Miserable old fool that I am. But Doma lives! Doma rises! Doma will stand tall again! Till the end of my days will I labor to make it so. Kami, take me! I never believed this day would come. I'm sorry I doubted you before, my friend. Mother, Father, I understand now. I do. Why are you crying, brother? Isn't today a good day? 25 years. If only you were here to see it. Now we take our leave to go back across to Eorzea. Half the plan. We've succeeded in half the plan. Now we need to do the other half. Honored hero, you seek passage across the Wood River. I'm glad we could be a part of it, that we could see with our own eyes that things can change if people have the courage to stand up and fight. What are you two doing here? Oh, will you not be staying in the Enclave? Oh, he and his not with you. No matter. The sun and moon were not fated to share the same sky. And she has a crush on him. We journeyed here from the opposite side of the world, but until now, it didn't seem half as far. I think that means our work here is done. Quite certain you would not prefer to stay a while longer. There are sure to be festivities in which you would be the guest of honor, like as not. Nah. Very well. There are other ways which we might celebrate. By rejoining the fight for freedom in Girabanya, for one. Short though our time here has been, we have all come to regard this land and her people as our own, I think. But we have done that which we came here to do. Word of Doma's liberation will soon spread throughout the Empire, and we must seize this opportunity to rekindle the fires of liberation in the West. We dare not allow the Imperials a moment of respite, lest they march on Doma again. For the sake of all concerned, we should leave immediately. Did I hear you right? You are leaving? I'm afraid so. We've got our own battle to fight. What about you? Will you be heading back to the steppe? Yes, the war here is ended, and there is no cause to remain. The Oanir and Dothar have already withdrawn. I will follow them anon, but I wish to bid you farewell first. The Blue too must return to their homes, but we will be back. Doma has need of merchants and builders, and we are eager to offer our services. And just like that, our Grand Fellowship is broken. Without ceremony or pomp, you steal off into the dark. No matter. We have plenty to be getting on with. Places to be, people to rob, and so on. And the captain never was one for mingling. I am a pirate. Give me a song at the tavern and I will be happy. Hobnobbing with Lord Hien? Nay. No taste for the finer things. In any event, we need not part ways here. If you are for Kagane, we would be happy to take you. Her waters have ever been fruitful. I wish you well on your journey, my friends. May you ever walk in crimson. Thank you, Serena, for everything. May the calmly speed you on your way, until we meet again. I love her bow. No, they just say the same thing. Yeah. Didn't even think to tell Lord Hien you were leaving. I'm sure you had your reasons. Naught remains undone. You are ready to depart. We're ready. To Kagane, then. I can still hear his voice. My ears haven't stopped ringing since he first barged his way into the Rising Stones, a veritable force of nature. In a way, this too feels like a homecoming. How long has it been since Carvelaine brought us here? It's just as colorful as I remember. It's a rare thing for us to sail into Kagane like common traders. I don't rightly recall the last time, but it will have been years. Have everything? Good. We will need to weigh anchor before the Sekisagumi arrive. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for what you did. Give my regards to the Uldan. I informed Tataru of our coming. She and Hancock should be waiting for us in the Ruby Bazaar. Then it is here that we part ways. Best of luck to you and yours in your piratical endeavors, I suppose. Do come and visit us again. It would be a shame if we never got to see you and the little miss again. Don't worry, we will be safely away before the Sekisagumi arrive. Can't leave off here. Nope. Didn't think so. Show me in if you would, please. Welcome back, everyone, and congratulations on a job well done. It is a pleasure as ever to see your smiling face, Tataru. Less so yours, Hancock, though Rashu and I are sincerely grateful for your assistance. The pleasure was all mine, Master Alphonode, I assure you. Anyway, you will be glad to hear that I have already charted passage for you back to Limsa Luminsa. The ship is to leave port this very day, but the captain has agreed to wait until the four of you have boarded. The four of us? You mean to stay here in Kagane? Yes, I gave it some thought and realized that even with Doma free, there's still a need for a woman in the middle. Maybe even more than before, considering all the friends and alliances you made. As I told her many times before, I would be more than willing to assist you. And as I told you many times before, I am not about to let you worm your way into our affairs and exploit our connections for your personal gain. Must you always presume the worst? So there you have it. I will remain here for now. You needn't worry. I'm a regular at the hostelry and a half-dozen other local institutions. Everyone loves me. So go. Don't let me keep you. Buy your supplies and souvenirs while you still can. When you're finished, make haste to the docks. Pier number 2 to be precise. I'll be waiting for you there. Personally, I would have preferred to host you for a few more days, but Tataru was adamant that you returned on the first available ship. One could almost suspect she is eager to be rid of you. Idle musings, not more. Purely hypothetical and most assuredly incorrect. She wants only the best for her dear friends and is surely not motivated by hidden desires to go gallivanting about with her Hingon paramours. I cannot deny that the thought of leaving her here alone worries me. She has proven time and time again that she is far more clever than she appears. Besides, I do not think I could persuade her to change her mind. Mayhap I should take her advice and purchase a souvenir or two before leaving. Pier 2 is the holster. First to arrive as always. Hopefully the others will not be far behind.
Ah, there you are. All packed and ready to go?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. Apologies for the wait. The task of tying up loose ends invariably takes longer than one allows. Happily, however, all now seems to be in order.
Then there's nothing left to do but to board the ship. Do try and enjoy the journey, won't you? It may be your last chance to rest for a while.
That would depend on the good captain's choice of route.
As ever, Tataru, I pray you take all due precautions while making your inquiries. Better to avoid the local authorities altogether than risk a repeat of our Ishgardian episode.
And what sordid episode is this, pray tell?
Naught to speak of, I assure you.
Yeah.
You there! Hold that ship!
What are you two doing here? Shouldn't you be in Doma?
Shouldn't you? You left with nary a word. We half wondered if I had done something to offend.
Upon learning that you had departed for Kugane, we immediately resolved to give chase. Our comrades can manage affairs in our absence, and it seemed the least we could do.
You mean you came all this way just to say goodbye?
That too, aye. But there was something else I felt I had to say. You helped us win our freedom, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Accordingly, after we have established an interim government and so forth, I think it only meet that we repay the favor by dispatching our own forces to Eorzea. If you would have us.
We harbored no expectations of such generous aid, and as there is no telling when the Empire might strike back at you, would it not be wiser to concentrate your resources on the defense of Doma?
I had a mind to pursue a more aggressive defense. To wit, we will send forth shinobi to provinces far and wide to spread word of our victory, that we might inspire others to take up arms as we did. Even the Empire has its limits. If the Garleans cannot be certain where and when the next rebellion will take place, how can they commit another force to Doma? And besides, so long as this debt remains unpaid, how am I to face myself and Gorsetzer?
As you wish. I will relay your offer to the Eorzean Alliance.
All of Doma is counting on you to finish what we have started. You have it in you, Lys. To seize the future you want. Never forget.
I won't, Hien. Not your words or anything else. Everything that led us here, that will drive us forward, I'll carry it with me always. And that's a promise.
I will hold you to that. Go with them to Eorzea. Tell their people of our triumph and of our pledge to stand with them.
By your leave, I shall pave the way for our new alliance.
Hurry up, you lot! The ship's about to weigh anchor!
It seems our time is at an end. Go well, my friends, and may we meet again beneath a western sky.
Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo.
I always knew that woman was unfit for command.
Aye, when you think of all the resources we'd poured into that hole, and for what?
The beast yet lives. Mayhap it is time I sharpen my claws. I wonder, will you walk into my parlor once more?
For Dolorem Lupus, come at the command of the Lord Viceroy to present the prisoner taken by the Cranier Lupi.
Retro.
Xenos ye Galvus, I presume. It's true what they say. You do have the eyes of a monster. A ravenous, insatiable fiend.
You, give the butcher your weapon.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, this is...
A reward given in recognition of your service. I trust it will prove more capable than its former owner.
I swear, I'll not disappoint you, my lord.
Good. Now, silence that mewling little piglet. I will not hear another sound pass her lips until I strip the fat from her.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be doing something? It feels like a lifetime ago that we left Kugane, doesn't it? Compared to Kugane's vivid colors, Limbs of Laminza seems a bit lacking. Still beautiful in its own way, but not as much as before. We should inform the Admiral of our arrival and brief her on that which took place in Doma before leaving the city. You're in bulk? There's a question there that I want to ask, but we'll discuss it later. Back in Eorzea at last, ready to pick up where we left off and finish the fight. We're not who we were when we left. We're stronger and wiser. So let's get to it. Let's get back to Alabego and defeat Xenos once and for all. Yes. Limbs of chat. Here we are, home at last. I must say, the journey passed more quickly than I had expected. It would be due to the absence of otherworldly interference, I expect. I should be glad if we did not speak of that unpleasantness again. Quit being afraid of a ghost. But in spite of all that and more, we returned better for the experience, and more importantly, triumphant. Indeed, and with Doma freed of Imperial oppression, it is only right that we turn our thoughts to the plight of Alamigo. Well, I'm all for that, obviously, but I think you should go and see the refugees at Revenant's Toll before doing anything else. We're thrilled to hear what we've accomplished, and it'd sound best coming from you. Thank you. I shall do as you suggest. I see I am not too late. Admiral, what are you doing here? The East Aldenar Trading Company informed me of your impending arrival. I have tidings I thought best to share with you in person. From Garabanya? Aye, the Alliance still holds the wall, despite several Imperial counterattacks. But we have been unable to press further into occupied territory. Commander Kemp and his men, meanwhile, have made great strides towards rebuilding their depleted ranks. They have even taken it upon themselves to attempt some few operations, with mixed results, I am sorry to say. It was a complication arising from one such venture which moved me to seek you out. And what's that? During a mission to transport wounded resistance fighters to the Rising Stones, Cryo Baldassian was taken prisoner. Cryo? You know where she's being held? I do not. But your comrades were informed at once, and I am told Thancred is in Garabanya looking for her as we speak. How could this have happened? We must seek out Thancred without delay. Nay, Cryo taught me better than that. It would be unwise to act without first acquiring a full understanding of the situation. Thank you for informing us. Tired though we may be, we must make haste to Castrum Orans. Pray excuse us, Admiral, Lady Ugiri. time to go. I have no idea what's going on at Limsa, but there's a mayonnaise discussion going on, and I don't want to look at it. I'm sorry, Linkus. It's all my fault. There you are. You have heard the news. In broad strokes from Admiral Bluffskin. What happened? Kryle and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Yastola and several underwounded to the Rising Stones for further treatment when they were ambushed by Imperial forces. Arnvold and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos. I will make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Do not be so hard on yourself. You protected Yastola and the others, did you not? Tell us about the attack. It was the Skulls. They knew a path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. We weren't expecting an ambush. During the fighting, I caught a glimpse of the leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field. I'm not as strong as the Echo as Linkus is, of course. Half the time it's enough to knock me on my ass. And I've taken a dose of concentrated ether. So you walked in Fordola's memories. What did you see? A woman promised the world. Education, training, citizenships. All that and more if she but sold her soul. A traitor to her people, a pretender to her masters. It was Xenos himself that gave the order. Told her to return with Cryo Baldassian, alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring Imperial communications since the attack, but have yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Cryo or her current whereabouts. If their orders were to bring Cryo back alive, we could save her if we move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence, which is why I intend to slip past enemy lines and see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it is up to you and our allies to command the Imperial's undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted, and I'll find her. Very well. I wish I could do more to aid you, but I understand. Commander Kemp is on his way to the Castrum as we speak for a meeting with General Alden. If you hurry, you can find him on the road and discuss the situation beforehand. I think Linkus and I are going to go see Conrad like he suggested. You all wait here. Yes. Technically. Oh. I forgot I can't apply glen plates. It's good to see you again, though I wish we were under better circumstances. What can I say? Patience isn't one of my virtues. Well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? It fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and healthy. Welcome home, Linkus. I'm sure you've heard about Cryo by now. That's why we're here. I'm still not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. I've got no doubt you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass. And that's good news for Cryo. I'd like to think so, but enough about me. How is everything with you and the Resistance? Better than when you last saw us, no mistake. Arnvald's been a godsend. Him and Nago, all the other young bloods have achieved so much in such a short time. We've been blessed to receive the support of the Flames Alamegan Brigade, who've been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Giyarbania, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with the refugees returning from Ul'dah and elsewhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I knew you wouldn't stop fighting, even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. We've come a long way. We still have far to go. But we'll fight for every elm, and sooner or later we'll get to Alamigo. Now listen to me prattling on. We should be making haste to Casher Morans. There's no point you telling me everything now when you only have to say it all again for the Flame General's benefit. You're right. I'll go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Losing Cryo hit us hard. So many of us owe her our lives, which is why we owe it to her not to give up hope. We'll find her, I'm sure of it. Go on ahead, Linkus. We'll not be far behind. As you say. Oops. Well, whatever. See that when we done. You have spoken with Thancred, then? Good. Take heart. If anyone can drag her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Kemp's party is approaching. If you are ready to address Father and the others, let us be about it. There you are. And there is Commander Kemp, I see. I know you are eager to speak of your next move, but we would first hear more of your last. Tell us of your deeds in Doma.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
That was a lot that happened. It's probably a 30-minute monologue.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Alamigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the Resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Cryo.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Alamegan liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Valadina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks. I named this operation Rulga's Beacon. For as Rulga once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
So we begin the second half of Stormblood. The success of this operation is paramount. So long as the Empire holds Castilia and Veladina, the main host cannot advance. Xenos knows this, which is why he has ordered for Dola and her men to see to the bridge's defense. So we'll get to fight the Skulls again. The Butcher is not to be underestimated. She is decisive, ruthless, and feared by foes and friends alike. But we have a plan to defeat her. First, we send an Alliance force down the main route, signaling our intention to mount an all-out assault. The garrison will muster their forces and prepare for a protracted battle. However, they will soon find that we are ill-prepared for their counterattack. Our men will begin to break ranks and flee. I see. Show them your backs and give them a target too tempting not to pursue. Aye, for Dola is too aggressive not to press the advantage. She will order her men to give chase. We lure them as far as East End, where the commanders will rally their forces and attempt to hold their ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of the garrison occupied, leaving us to tackle the bridge's remaining defenders. Very clever, I'm sure. What are we to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken the place? I don't need you to take Veladina, Commander Kemp. All I need is for you to fly your flag from its tower. You mean to trick them into believing that the bridge has fallen? Aye. We convince them Veladina is lost, hit them hard with our reinforcements, and watch them go running for the hills. Then, when the dust has settled, we regroup at the Castilia. What say you? It's a bold plan, but a good one. Do it. In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. Linkus, Lys, Arenvald, I ask that you accompany Commander Kemp. Alice and I will remain with the Flame General. We will return to Rulga's Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they are complete, we will rejoin you in the field. Godspeed. Just get put there. Well. Until 3.1 Samurai. In case you hadn't noticed, the flag flying above Veladina is bloody massive. It would take a dozen men to change it, and far too long besides. There's no need for all that, right, Monalgo? Not so long as I have my griffin and a satchel of glamour prisms, no. Arnval, you're in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance. No link pearls. Lys, I want you to look in on the squadrons. Make sure they've got everything they need. Everybody clear? Aye, sir. All forces are to depart for Castilium Corvée when ready. That will be all. Lucas, stay with me a moment if you would. There's a few men I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people, and I can tell that it weighs on my heart. There's been a lot of new faces since last you were here, so it's best if I just tell you where to look. One's an officer you'll find in the barber, another's an older fellow who likes to pass the time on the shores of Starfall. The last is a fiery young lad from Little Alamigo, who I'm told trains by himself by the river to the fringes. You'll know them when you see them. Come and find me when you've finished. I say, it isn't the lad who helped me with the find a ward I misplaced. Ah, but there I go again, treating you as an equal. It wasn't until after you'd gone that one of my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was only the bleeding hero of Eorzea who'd taken time out of his busy day to help me. Well, what is done is done. But know that I will fight with every ounce of my strength in this coming battle, and the next, and the next. Mayhap that will serve to repay the favor. Fare you well. Linkus, am I right? I doubt you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life in Little Alamigo, you did. Will Rid and the rest of us had got into our heads that if we had enough crystals, we could summon Rauger like the Amalja summoned their god. Thankfully, you put a stop to it. Did I hear about what happened to Will Rid? Joined the Braids when they came calling, only to turn up dead one day. Never found out how or why, but I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead, after all. But at least he died doing what he thought was right. And maybe that's the best folks like us can hope for, eh? Not that I'm in any hurry, mind. This, oh, he's over there. Ran right by him. Wait, I know you. Captain Dract of the Maelstrom. It is an honor to meet you. I was living hand-to-mouth in Uldar, but decided to enlist in the Flames after I heard tales of your daring do. And now, as fate would have it, I would sit here to join in the fight for my homeland's liberation. Ah, but this is no time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Captain. We'll give those Imperial Hall sons what for. Yay, being addressed by rank. Had a word with the men I mentioned then. Yeah. As I'm sure you've noticed, they've another thing in common besides from tragedy. You've touched each of their lives in one way or another. That is not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. A man who's lived in Garabanya his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled Alamigo in search of a new life, who swore to serve another nation, only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born on foreign soil who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship with the cause. 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons, yet all belong to the Resistance. In growing larger, we've grown more diverse, and while there is good in that, there is also the potential for strife and discord. It take a special sort to lead such men to Alamigo, don't you think? Leader of the Resistance. Don't I have enough titles already? Nah. I think I know where you're going with this, though. You mean least, don't you? I see we're of one mind. She'll have to make the decision for herself, of course. You've traveled with her, been by her side when she's had to make hard choices. You've seen her at her worst and her best. If you think she's got it in her, then she does. Look after her, Linkus. She's our future and my hope. I trust I needn't say that this conversation is just between you and me. Yeah? Good lad. Right then, we'd best head to Castilium Corvi, or what remains of it, rather. There. We'll just ride out. It's such a weird thing. If you're wearing headphones like I am, the noise shifts from left to right as I do this. What is that? Trading field? I'll prove to them that this wasn't a mistake. That I wasn't a mistake. I said it then and I'll say it again. I won't let it all be for nothing. We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember that we need to hold out until Monago sees to the flag. Got your gear in order? Any moment now. Sync to level 69.
It's begun then.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Calm down, Nago. You're making her nervous. We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way.
Right.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Monago, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
I won't let you down, sir.
Come then. Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
Quickly now, we've got to reach Velodino before General Alden and his men are overwhelmed. Scouts, dead ahead. If they see us, they'll warn the others. Not if we kill them first.
Here it comes!
That's the last of them. Let's keep moving. Oh yeah, Fist of Fire, XD. No sign of sentries. General Alden must have his hands full. Then let's seize the bridge and be done with it. They've left token force behind. Nothing we can't handle. Fire at will. Kill every last one of these savages. Cannons! I could use those to fire on Mago.
Take this!
That's the last of the cannons. Should be safe for Naga now. Think you're clever with all your little tricks. Think again. None of you are leaving here alive. You may have survived the Reach, hero, but it's time you won't be so lucky. We shall see. This bridge belongs to the Empire. I'm not about to give it up. Hero or not, you'll die just like all the rest. This is my bridge. You are not taking this from me.
new friend!
Naga made it! If only got to hold on a little longer.
God damn you! No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
The bridge is ours! Al amigo! Al amigo! Al amigo! Yeah!
Stand your ground! It's not over yet! Damn it!
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do. That's enough for now.
Yeah, I'd be nervous as hell standing all the way up there.
Villadina is fallen? Impossible!
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you lost to this rabble?
No, but if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters, for all the good it did us.
Skulls with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
So, how'd you stay up there and not get nervous? For a moment there, I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. Did you see that, Abba? Aloy? We did it. Well fought, brothers and sisters. Today is a day that will be remembered for generations to come. It's a shame Fordola got away, but we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself it's just the first step, but it's a big one. We're going to take it back. All of it. One elm at a time if we have to. You know? Yeah, we'll go for a little bit more. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castellium. We need to search it from top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. On second thought, it may be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Alden and Bittermill. You said you weren't dying today, but you kinda died. Bull of Alamega has done it again. His assessment of Fordola's response was without error. Yeah, it's a good thing Minago got the flag flying when she did. Any longer and those Imperials might have had us at their mercy. Well met. All's well at the bridge. Yep. Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Valadina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. I could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellium to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Commander Kemp and his men. Delight not overmuch in victory, not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. here for him. From a stone bridge to a massive fortress, Gallian engineering never ceases to impress. That's my bet. Now that we have taken control of Veladina, there's nothing stopping us from marching east towards the peaks. If you're looking for Arnvold, I think he's with Pippin, searching the Castilian for any remaining soldiers. Back so soon? I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there'll be no one left to fight. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Tarpin reports that the sweep of the Castilian's interior has been completed. Well, it's finally over. Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castilian Veladina is well and truly ours. Perhaps this calls for... Wait, where's Minago? She took a boat and flew off south toward the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe where she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Veladina had the mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people are safe. Though I pray you are right, 'twould be best if Anaga were not alone if she should encounter the enemy. Why is English so hard? Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is all right. That is your wish, then I have no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. You wish to pass? Yes, even though I can literally hop on a Meg and fly over. Huh. Alright then. Did you say you're for the Peering Stones? In that case, mayhap Marshal Tarpin and I should join you. We spied a suspicious pair earlier, a Here and a Lalafell by the looks of them, but they fled when they realized they'd been spotted. If they're Imperials, then we can't have them stirring up trouble. Since when did you become a bloodhound? Matoke ought to trust their ears, not their nose. On your guard, Arnvold. They're still about. A Here and a Lalafell, huh? All the way down here because you got to be a pleb and go up there first. But of course, tiring though maybe to come and go from the cliff top, it is easily defended and affords an excellent view of the surrounding area. This area is home to dangerous beasts. Not that we cannot handle, mind, but do not be surprised if something ravenous and slavering comes charging at you out of nowhere. The path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. Well, you guys walk there. I'm just gonna hop on this, press spacebar.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana. The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Vera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us?
Aye. All who have fought with the Resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
That'd be me.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
That we do. But that will be an issue for future Linkus. Present Linkus wants to go get some food. So I think I will call it here for the day. Folks, if you're out there watching a VOD, lurking in chat, talking in chat, doesn't matter. Thank you so much for coming out here. Really do appreciate it. I do not want to edit stream info. Yeah, why not? And send you folks over to Britt, who's doing her first Final Fantasy IX playthrough, voice acting with friends of hers. So we are going to do that thing. I might actually watch Final Fantasy IX because I kind of sort of lost interest in it myself whenever I played it, but that's a whole nother story for another time. Sent you over there, watch her as she goes through blindly, so no spoilers in chat, you know, all the typical Twitch stuff. But as for me, I'm gonna hop off, go get some food. Tomorrow, barring anything major, around 5 o'clock or so, we'll pick this up again, take care of a primal, and then, assumingly, push forward. Take Garabania and Alamigo itself back. That, folks, hope to see you then. And until then, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Again, really, really, really do appreciate it. Have a good night, day, wherever you are in the world. And please stay safe out there. And until tomorrow, take care.
Exclamation point.
Okay. Hey, Link! Hello! How come I suck at this?
This is like one of the top 5 hardest mini games in Final Fantasy.
Oh wow. Oh jeez. I'm determined. Let's go.
What? Harder. Oh no.
Oh no.